What's up, guys? This is Alex the Ghost, and I'm here to do as I promised, to start this series for you all who want to know what happened to me in Japan. The series of my experience in Japan, a day-by-day episodic series of what I did in Japan, and a showcase of all the pictures I have taken on those specific days. Not just pictures, but also videos and stories. Now, this episode will be solely on day one of my adventure. The day is March 8th, and I am expected to go to work this day. This is the last day of work, or, for me, until I return, and the excitement has settled within me. But before I head to work, I have a few things to do. That is get my hair cut and get my travel clothes and, what have you. So that's what I do. I gather my shit, pack everything, and send the suitcase to my car, or rather, take the suitcase to my car in the back seat. Then, and by the way, before I continue, thank you, Jessica, for letting me borrow the suitcase. Let me continue. Then, from there, I hugged my mom goodbye, and off I went to get my hair done. And, she's being all motherly and shit, and she's like, be safe, don't do anything out of the ordinary, don't do anything against, their culture or anything like that. So I'm like, all right, cool, thank you. Now I know some of you may think it's weird, but I get my hair cut and styled and whatnot by a girl. A girl does my hair. The woman's name is Naira, or Neira. That's how you pronounce it, Neira in Spanish. But if for those of you, who have some type of fucking problem pronouncing stuff, nothing against you. Neira is fine too. And she is excellent at her job. Yes, very, very good. I would recommend her to anyone who wishes to get their hair done at any time of the day or any time of the year. She does excellent work. Anyway, I'm getting my hair washed. Then she begins to cut and style my hair. And in the process, I let her know that I'm going to Japan at this point. She says that's pretty goddamn awesome. And so I smile and I go on with nodding and whatnot, thank you very much, yada, yada, yada. And she tells me to take a lot of pictures. She's the first one, actually, to tell me, take a lot of pictures when you go. And I'm like, all right, I sure the fuck am. But yeah, let me continue. So she finishes my hair and I'm off. At that point, I'm off. Essentially, I then head to work. Once I get there, I just enjoy being bombarded by 1,000 things on the screen. Actually, that's fucking sarcasm. I do not enjoy being bombarded by 1,000 things on the screen. For those of you who don't know, I work at a restaurant, specifically Buffalo Wild Wings. And I'm not going to lie, I hate the place sometimes, but I also love it. And the only reason I love it is because of the people that work there. Some of them, not a lot, like about 40% of them that I like. The rest, I can care less. But yeah, I wasn't mad though. A friend of mine left a parting gift for me, and that friend of mine is Deidre. So if you're listening to this, shout out to my girl Deidre. Yeah, thank you for that Coca-Cola that you bought me on that day. It was delicious and amazing. Granted, I also was waiting for these amazing cookies from, shout out, Big Mike. And, his mom was going to make me some of these delicious cookies that I just fucking loved. But they never came. But whatever. The thought counts, and so I was happy. But yeah, the story behind the Coca-Cola and why Deidre left it was because I would always scream out in the restaurant, in the kitchen, that I want a Coca-Cola, when knowing damn well we only have Pepsi products. But that's just me being a troll, and that's what I do. I enjoy wanting to make people laugh, making people laugh. I enjoy good vibes. So I took a pic of the Coca-Cola gift, and I am assuming, once a certain someone sees this picture on my Instagram, she decided to want to give me a parting gift as well. Anyway, main thing was, I just wanted to go already. I just wanted to fucking leave. I've told everyone I was leaving and made sure my cousins my cousin wasn't slacking off on me on the day that I am supposed to drive up there to his house, which is literally right after work. A lot of people were telling me, be safe, yada, yada, yada. I got mad text messages. It was nice to see. Good vibes all around. In the process of all this, I've also been talking to Rachel, which is the girl that I mentioned before about, she must have seen it on my Instagram or whatever. She's a coworker and a very good friend of mine, who then asks me the strangest question. It all started with the snacks and what we liked, but I only asked what she liked at the time, and then she asked me what I liked, and I told her, and before I knew it, bam, there she was standing with her friend Brooke and 2 big ass bags of goodies for my trip. That was like 30 minutes after or whatever. There were some Doritos, like a big bag of Doritos. There were a lot of fucking Pop-Tarts, a big box of Pop-Tarts. There were mango Arizonas. Y'all know I don't play when it comes to mango. I got some sour gummy worms, a big ass bag, and it was a boatload of it too. Like, it was 2 big ass bags. I have pictures. Whoa, sorry. I have pictures of it, but I will display that later in my next episode. I'll show you. Maybe I'll just put it here. Anyways, at this point, I'm thinking to myself, it's smooth sailings, right? Nope, not at all. Not at all. For some goddamn reason, the restaurant, mind you, this was on a Wednesday, wants to get blown up. And, it's 30 minutes before we close, and people are ordering shit, and I'm getting mad at this point. I end up burning my goddamn hand. Like, I spilled this shit on my hand, my entire hand. It wasn't just the side of my hand or my arm, no, my entire hand. And also, I got yelled at by one of my favorite managers at Buffalo Wild Wings, Carrie. Shout out to Carrie. Ultimately, the remainder of the night was shitty, but I did not let that bother me all that time. Like, all that much or anything. I just went with the flow. I didn't even get mad. I just kept going. Like, because I knew that right after I leave, I'm driving to Japan. Well, not to Japan, but to Elizabeth, where my cousin lives. Shout out to my cousin Andres, Nari. You already know. I had Japan right in front of me. After I left, I did the usual duties in the kitchen. Throwing the garbage out, making sure everything's clean, making sure the food is all, put away and whatnot. And then I began driving. And yeah, that feeling once I got in the car was amazing. Just getting in the car knowing that I'm going to Elizabeth was amazing. So, yeah, I know nothing in this video had anything to do with Japan. Well, it did, because I'm explaining to you what the fuck happened. But, I mean, I'm not in Japan right now. Not yet. Not at this point. But I am driving to Elizabeth. And that's one of the many stops to Japan. Now, I'm going to stop the story here because while I was driving, things happened. But that's for the next video, the next episode, because it's part of that day. Honestly, it's the next day. So yeah, stay tuned for episode 2. I will upload them. I'll upload episode 2 and the rest of them as soon as I can for all you and all you who are curious as to what happened, my trip, my adventure, my stories. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.